Hi everybody and good morning. Barefaced, very early, huge bags. Been fighting migraines for this month, has been absolutely insane, not getting that much sleep, but these bags, they are ready to go on a trip that we need to make sure that we try to get it in a way that we can fix them. I've set up my camera in a couple of different ways, so we're going to be practicing in today's video. So if you want to bear with me so we can go through all this together. Hopefully I'll be able to upload this because we have so many products to try that we got this month. So let's get started. Welcome to Truewants. Normally here we share a lot of information about products, brands, deals, and of course those spoilers on the subscription boxes that we're enjoying as well. But today I wanted to try to do some get ready with me's. And like I said, this month has gotten away from me. I've got a box filled of goodies that I want to try over there. So we're going to be moving around and trying to figure it all out, how to do this and how to set it up on camera. So here's the bare face. As I say to you all the time, my whole life, I never left the house with no makeup on. So the fact that I can film periodically with no makeup on, it's a little overwhelming for me, but I appreciate it that you guys want to see bare face and the whole rigmarole with no edits. And that's what this channel is all about. We don't edit, it's live, we share all the information so that when I know something, you know it too. And then when I'm here getting up in the morning very early, so because we have a lot of errands we got to do today and it's still pouring outside here in Florida. The weather has been horrible this month of September as well. All right, so if you've been keeping up with me with all my unboxings, you know that I got a fantastic kit from Dermstore. And the newest product that I'm trying from them right now is called Color Science. It's the Barrier Pro One-Step Cleanser. I just finished doing this because I saw when I was filming and I went down and came up, you guys can see me washing off my face. So that was the first thing I did. Then when I said, you know what, I should set this up to film, the next step that I did that I didn't show on screen was the Saturday Skin. This is the toner, and this is really fantastic. Just simply take a pad, put it all over my face, and it was great. I'm at the bitter end now of by Oma, but this I shared with you that I got on the fantastic sale on Amazon, which another Prime Day is coming up, I think on the 7th of October. So I'm replenishing there. You can hear there's very little left in here, but I've been enjoying it so much. So this I just finished putting on. I'll show you what this looks like here. It's like a milky hydrating product. When you put this on your face, it brings you back to life. Your skin just feels plumped, juicy, and just beautiful. And whatever's left over on my hands, I then put up my neck and on my chest as well. So now we're completely up to date with what I currently have put on. I also picked up for myself on Amazon, just for $5 or $6, one of these type of fans, because before I was always using a manual fan. I figured, you know what, this I'll treat myself. It's also good when I'm walking. It has one of these, I guess you call them lanyards that you put on that you can, when it's a little heavy, I find, but for here it's great. It has 2 speeds. This helps the in-between steps go a little bit quicker, and that's what I've been using. So I want to always make sure that I share with you what I've been using. If you're interested in anything, just ask and I'll try to give you the link. It's just easier that way than me spending hours setting up links because I'm not sure if you're using them or not. So that has been the newest thing that I've added to my routine step. So now the products that I have been using that are from the latest Dermstore, I've been using these products here, which I'm going to go through because I've only used them a couple of days. And so I don't want to share them yet with you because I'm still adjusting. This is the Alleys of Skin, everything I've really been enjoying. Another Alleys of Skin, this is their Barrier. And then the other 2 products that I got, which are brand new launches, is from this Dr. Whitney, which is a newer brand to me, Dr. Whitney Bow, as well as this brand that's called IS Clinical. So those I've been trying off camera. What I like trying on camera with you guys are products that we've gotten in our boxes, especially IPSY. This is the CEO H2O. A lot of us got this in our glam bags. I have been using this. You can see, I don't know if the bottle's showing. Really nice serum. It's a little thick. So what I do is I just take a little bit. You can see that there. And that is what I put on all over after I put on that hydrating solution. And again, whatever's left over, I put on my neck and on the top of my chest. So then the next step that I do here, and again, I'm going to use the fan just to help move this along. But while that is drying here, my next step that I usually do is my eyes. And what I've been using is from Dermalec. And I've also been using from Blink, this little guy that I've been getting here. This is a brightener. I've been trying this, hoping that it would help with the bags a little bit. So I'm gonna just take a little bit up here and then just dot it and take a little bit up again and dot it. And then just try to do that massaging to get some circulation here to hopefully remove some of the water or whatever is creating these bags. But I know I'm not sleeping, and I know these migraines have been killing me. So today's the first day where within an hour from taking my medication that I take for my migraines, it has gone down enough that I feel comfortable to talk a little bit and just get on with my day. But I figured I should do it with you guys as well. All right. Okay. All right. Any difference? We'll be able to tell when I watch this back with you because, like I said, I don't edit. All right. So now let's see how this is going. This feels like it's already drunk everything in and it's not sticky at all. So what I'm gonna do next is I am going to use the serums that we got in our box, which is from Hey Honey. This is the Wrinkle Smoothing Multi-Peptide Serum. So we're gonna do this guy here. Again, just a little bit on the palm of my hands. That's what that looks like there. Again, just putting it together and then just pressing it in. And they always tell you to go up on your neck. Okay, I'm gonna pause you guys. I'm gonna use the fan again, and then we'll do the next step. Okay, so now I just took a little bit from the Blink, had to really squeeze to get this down, and this is what I was able to get. I'm gonna, as I share with you all the time, put it on my ring finger, put the two together like this, and then just add a little bit more moisture down here to hopefully help that bags area, and go all around the orbital bone. And then of course, where we get, if we smile a lot, which I do, the crow's feet that show up back here. So that's where I am with this. And then the final step, and I finished the fan, so this is still a little sticky, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a product that I love, and I was excited to see this in one of my boxes this month, is from Peter Thomas Roth. This is the Water Drench Hyaluronic Cloud. Put this up here. We're gonna take a little bit of this. This is great, especially if you're like me and you have combo skin. These are really, really nice, and that's what it looks like there. It is so lightweight. As soon as you're gonna say, I'm gonna put my hands to it, it kind of turns into like a water, and it's just so refreshing on the skin. Okay, whatever's left on the neck, and then the chest. And then I'm going to then do my back. I have to do exercises for my back, and I do that right after I do my skincare to make sure that everything sinks in. And then when I come back, I'm gonna be moving you to the other side where we're gonna play with some makeup. And then we're gonna play also with some eyeshadows, which I'll sit where you normally see me sitting. So I'm gonna try that I can get you to move around with me as I do. And this is how I get ready in the morning. So the only other product that I didn't share with you that I have is on my lips. I put this on always like first thing. This one here is the Neo Pout by Toy Factory. My hands are now full of the moisturizer, so I can't open this. It's just a pot, and I just put it on my lips just to give it the moisturization. Gonna go do my back exercises, and hopefully when I come back, I'm gonna pause you here. We're gonna head over there and play with some of the new makeup. All right, see you in a soon. Okay, so now we're on the other side where all of my makeup is, so we're gonna try to do it this way. All right, the product that I've been trying and enjoying is also from, I think this is the IPSY Glam Bag. This is Hey Honey. This is the Primate. It's a luminous priming base. I'm just gonna put this on quickly. This has that hue to it, that's this pinky color. And then I'm just, again, going to put it in between my fingertips here. and then just spread it all over. It's more of a lotiony type of primer, which I do enjoy. And then we are going to attack and try to hide some of these dark bags that are underneath my face here while this dries. And don't be concerned when you rub your face and you start seeing it turn red. It will calm down pretty quickly. It's just you're creating circulation, and that's why you're seeing redness. It's not always irritation. So, all right, here we go. So first step, the primer. Next step, if you want, I brought my little guy over here in case this doesn't dry down, but it feels very much like a lotion right now, so I like that. The next step I'm going to be pulling out today is from Catrice. I have a bunch of different under eye brighteners. This is the one I'm going to be using today. I'll put it all up to the camera so you guys can see what the product is. And then that is the back of it. Hopefully this is all stuff you can see. And then I'm just going to take a little bit on a stippling brush. These are the brushes that we got from boxes that we get here. I think this is the one that's called La Root. And I just put it right underneath there. Same thing on the other side. And even when I'm just going to go for a walk in the morning, this is pretty much where I go to, is I do all that skincare. And then I'll try to do at least this much. And then I'll put a pair of sunglasses on just to protect. But I feel a little bit better about myself if I stop to talk to somebody, and at least the illusion of the brightness under the eye helps. Doesn't help so much with the bags, but it definitely helps with creating it not to be the worse, looks better the more you go backwards, but head on, I always want to show you exactly what it looks like. So if you have the same thing, these are what I try to do to give me a little bit more life to my face. The other product that I've really been enjoying this season has been this one from Maybelline. I have so many foundations. Tear is another one that I've really been enjoying. I've been using this. All the ones that are out here on my counter are the ones that I have been using. So that's the e.l.f. Skin Tint. I have the other one that I got in that Fantastic Allure limited edition from Rose Inc. I've been using a lot of different ones, but this morning this is what I pulled out to use because we're going to be running around a lot, and this has outside, and this has a 30-hour wear, so I really like that as well. So this is here. I'm just going, you always shake every foundation, at least I do. And then I have a beauty blender that I will just put a little bit on, one pump there, and then I just spread it out. And then just pat it all in. Now this I feel gives me a good medium coverage, but what all I want is that while I'm doing this is to get it so that it gets all my skin to be one shade as opposed to red in one area and then perfect in another, and then, you know, the sunspots in another. So I just think it gives a really nice color. And I just don't know if I have the shade here that I can see it to share with you. Oh, it's right on the front. 129. That is the shade that I use. So I like the shade that this is. It's a little bit darker, so it gives me a little bit more color. I don't look so washed out. And I'll continue to pounce this, pull out a concealer, and I'll be right back. Okay, another product I've been enjoying is from Danessa Merrick's. This is her Yummy Skin. All of these products are through the subscription boxes. And then here we have the doe foot applicator, and I'm just going to put it where you sell those bags. I do a little bit to brighten up. This one's in number 4. I have it in 2 shades. I have it in number 6 as well as number 4. Number 6 I use if I have blemishes. I try to do that. But here I'm just trying to cover up some of the laugh lines and trying to push it out. So when you're using a shade that's a shade lighter, it's bringing you more definition to your face. And to me, this helps a lot. So just gonna pounce this all in and I'll be right back. I just realized I had 2 primers that I wanted to try, so we're going to have to do this in another video. The new one from Shades by Shan and the ones from Beauty Creations. Like I said, I'm going to do my best to sit over there so that I can bring this box with me and we can try on a lot of the products that are in there. But what I'm going to be finishing up in this section here is a powder that I pulled out from my stash, which is from Lunar Beauty. Also one that I think we've gotten in the past. This is very similar to me to like the Hourglass. It is really, really fantastic. It comes with one of these puffs. I just take it and spread it around here and then take the puff and place it on my face. I'm gonna do all that and then I will meet you guys over there. All right. So now we're sitting over here. I brought over that box filled with everything that we got this month in. There's so much blush, there's so much everything. So I'm gonna do my best to try to pick and choose what we're gonna use in this video. So as you saw, I bake a little bit because I am a combo girly, and all I'm gonna do is now wipe this off. So whatever didn't absorb in is now going to be off. Oh, I should have brought over, I'll do that after. I have another eye brightener, but I'm gonna put that on at the end. All right, so let me see if I can see what I'm doing. All right, so now I'm going to use, which I cannot wait to, is the REM bronzer. And this is what this one looks like here. And this one is in Out of Office. This came in 3 shades. I'm light medium on my IPSY beauty quiz. And so this is what they ended up choosing for me. This to me, as I said, this comes in 3 shades. The 3 shades, this one is in the middle when I checked it out on the website. Because as you know, I do informative videos because when you're a paying customer, you want to make sure when you have the opportunity for so many of these amazing deals that we get in the IPSY shop as well. So if things aren't chosen for us, a lot of times they'll show up in the shop. And when they do, what I love is being able to know if the shade that they sent me doesn't work for me, I can get the shade that I want if I like the product in the right shade for me. And a lot of times I share with you with the beauty quiz, they don't have a different shade for the concealer. And I like my concealer lighter than my foundation, but it is more important for me that the foundation is that perfect match. I think that's really pretty. I think that came out really, really nice. So all I do is whatever's left out on the rest of here, I do like this. But they always tell you it's the number 3 or the letter E, depending on which side of the face you're gonna do. And then what I do with this after is I always have a larger kabuki brush, and then I just blend. And whatever on camera looks different than me in person, I will then touch up afterwards. Because like I said, normally I stand there, but to film, it's easier for me in this area here when I'm doing face makeup. The next thing is what I'm really excited about. This I was able to pick up through FabFitFun. This is from Rare Beauty. The 2 shades that I picked up were Happy, which is more of this pinky tone, and the other one is Enjoy, which is that beautiful coral. These blew me away, so I'm gonna show you both. I'm gonna put on the coral one first on one side, and then I'm gonna just tap it up with the other one on the other so you get to see both, because these were so beautiful, and I've been enjoying these. But look at that. Is that not beyond stunning? It is so pretty. It has almost like a highlighter in it. You don't need that extra highlighter, but this color I think is beyond stunning. And then I'm just gonna take the same brush, put it in the pink shade here, and then do the other side so you can see what the pink looks like. And that's the pink, and that's the coral. So now all I'm gonna do differently is I'm gonna take the pink again, and I'm just gonna put it on top of this one here, because I am gonna be going out. Take the coral on this one here. so we can match up our face. I'm just going back again with the pink on this side and a little more pink on this side, and I'll be right back. This was on the other side, I forgot to bring it over. This was the Beauty Boost. It's the Natasha Denona highlighters. Beyond stunning. So many of you have shared with me that you've been using it on your eyes as well. So I brought this over here, but I wanted to just take the lightest shade on a highlighter brush. This one I think is from Alamar. I think that's what this one is. And I'm just gonna take a little bit, not that I need it because you can see how gorgeous that already is, but I wanted to play with it to show you guys. So I'm just gonna make this a little bit more with this guy here. I think it'll be easier to see it on the bridge of my nose here and a little bit on the tip. So you'll be able to see what it looks like there. Top of the brow and a little bit above the brow as well, I do, because that's where the light would hit. So you can see it more on the nose than you can here, because like I said, that blush has a gorgeous highlighter, but I wanted to share that with you guys as well. Stunning, cannot believe we got this for $15. And that's what I love so much about IPSY, is we getting to learn about new brands, getting new launches, as well as getting these other brands that were always on my wants list, just at a price range that I wasn't comfortable with spending on makeup. All right, the next item is one that is from Alamar. So happy that she is back here at IPSY. She went through a little bit of a tough time. She had a lawsuit and a bunch of other things that she shared on her other platforms. And she's really, really strong on the TikTok shop, which I don't shop at. I know a lot of you guys do. I try to spend my dollars, I budget myself, and I seem to, by the time the add-ons happen and a couple of the deals throughout the month, I don't have in my budget what I use for makeup and stuff to be available to me to start even playing in the IPSY shop, but it is on my list to do in the future. The other brushes that I got last month are from SL Miss Glam, which I have other ones, but I wanted to play with these with you guys on camera. And I ended up getting backups of these in the 350 section. Getting brushes is an absolute treat. It is a game changer. So we're gonna take the one that is this one here that they're calling the eyeshadow, I can't even see this. I'll put this up here hopefully the camera can pick it up. It's a flat shader brush. And on this one, you see the shades are absolutely stunning. So I'm gonna do this all over my eyes. And as you saw, as I go along, I take whatever's left over on my bronzer, whatever's left over on my blush. So worst comes to worst, if I run out of time in my real world, I'll just put some mascara on and then I'm out the door. But if we have time to play and we have an eyeshadow palette, that's what this is all about, is taking the time, which I'm running out of, but it is what it is, to then share. So always tap off the excess, and then we'll be able to put it on here, and we can see how gorgeous. This is just the first latest matte. I'm hoping the camera's picking up how that just brightened up my entire eye area. Let me see if I use this other mirror, if you guys can see it better. I'm trying my best to be able to let you see what I see, but it is an awkward area to do this on camera. I really commend all the girls that do this all the time. And it really brightens up that whole corner eye area too. And I put that all over. Wow, that is so brightening. That is unbelievable. Now I'm gonna take the blending brush, and I'm just gonna go to the pink shade right next to it. And then I'm going to go, as I share with you, my eyes are really small and I don't have a lot of lid space. So what I try to do is fake it, and by faking it, I go above where my actual lid goes down here. So you'll see here, because these colors will show up on camera really, really beautifully, and you'll be able to see exactly the difference between one eye to the other. And these SL Miss Glams hold the pigment, and they also are really, really beautiful. But as you get older, the skin on my eyes, at least when I got older, that is where I find it is very loose. So I have to be really, by holding the brush further back, I'm not putting as much pressure as if I was holding it up front here. So as I'm getting older, I find I'm going further on the brush so that I'm getting the color on without having just to really put that much pressure, because I don't want the skin to move back and forth too much. So this is what this looks like here. And again, you put it on wind wiper motion and then just twirls. And look at the difference from one eye to the other. You can see how that little bit has now opened up my whole eye. And we'll do the same on the other side. Now, I'm just a makeup enthusiast. I'm not a makeup artist. Never went to school for this. Just, you know, played, and then when YouTube came around, learned more tricks. So it's always fun to watch others put makeup on so that we can spend time with each other and then learn from one another. Especially, you know, someone like me that doesn't have sisters, or it's always you learn from, you know, friends. And mother wasn't the type that loved makeup. She had to get out the door fast, and she would always, so now what I'm going to do this, she would, the blush, everything that's coming out now, she would be in heaven, because all of those creamy products that you just wipe and go, that was her. All right, so then we're going to take this one in the next shade, which is a deeper brown. And then I'm going to take this on the tip here, and I'm just going to stamp it in the corner here and go a little bit where my real crease is once majority of the product is off the brush. Okay, and then I'm going to stop the camera, and I'm just going to continue to do this to build it up and then blend. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just finished blending. This is where I'm going to leave it. I'm really impressed. This is my first time using this palette. Nothing blended away, nothing fell out, didn't do a lot of tapping, and really impressed. So those are the mats that I'm going to use. I also have one more that I'm going to use as the liner that we're going to do together. But now we're going to play with those gorgeous satin shimmers that are on the top. So I'm going to first take a really small pencil brush with the first shade that is in the upper part here, that, as I shared with you when we swatched these, this has like an opal effect to it. You can actually see it on the brush here, where you're seeing all those beautiful colors, the blues, the pinks, the purples. And then I'm going to use in the actual corner of my eye here, just to bring a little bit of fun into this. And that is really coming up beautifully pink in this section here. Again, really, really pretty. And this is without spraying the brush or anything. This is the beautiful color payoff. And this is when you work with, or you get the opportunity to get brands like Alamar Cosmetics, which is what they call an indie brand, which means it's very small. It's owned by just a few people, if not just her alone. She gave the whole story about when she was 8 months pregnant and really had no money left and was in a lawsuit, and it was such a nightmare. And she was able to get mentored and get other people to believe in her at really the 9th hour. And then she was able to then turn it all around. And she says the TikTok shop is what got her out there and really helped her out. Now the next colors that are here, I think I'm just gonna go up just one more. So the one that I used is, you can see here, that's what I used in the corner. I'm just gonna go up to the second one and maybe then play with the third color that is in here. Now I'm just taking a really larger flat shader brush that you can see here. And then I'm just gonna put that in the dead center of my eye to help give it some definition there. And that makes it pop a little bit more. Really, really pretty. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to spray the brush, and then we're going to try to see if we can get it to pop a little bit more in this section here. Not that it needs it, but I just want to show you because we're playing. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back in and load the brush, and then take whichever setting spray, the one that I'm currently using, I'm already halfway through this, is from this Had Me at Primer. This works beautifully. It really helps in Florida. I feel it really sets my makeup nicely. The only thing with this product is there is a scent that is not overly pleasant. So if you can get over that, you'll really like the performance of this product. And that's just me spraying a couple of times with what is already on the brush. And I should have closed the smear because now I got spritz marks all over it, but it is what it is. And then you'll see here, we're gonna do one eye versus the other. So you can see just by spritzing how you make the actual shimmer shades come to life. So that's with and without. Really, really pretty. And then I go back in, if I can find the brush that I was using, I'll just take another one here, of one of these brushes, going back in that pink shade, and then just going right back on the top here to bring it all together. So just bringing that color to be a little bit more pronounced on the top here. So we were bringing in that pink shade that's in the corner and bringing it all the way through. Really, really pretty. Impressed. All right, the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a liner brush, if I can find one here. I'll take this one from Smashbox. Gonna go in the deeper shade. And then as I share with you, my eyes go down now. So a lot of girls, when they're younger and you're watching them all do this fantastic makeup looks where they just go straight, follow their lines. It is beautiful when you're younger. When you're older, you have to kind of see how your eye goes. So I don't want my eyeliner to go down. So what I do is I stop where I put my liner above that area there. So I'm going to stamp with this is just a, you see it's like a flat brush, and I'm going to put it on an angle, and I'm going to put it where this is just before where my eye goes down. I'm going to stamp it right there. And then I will then line the inner part here. So I'm going to do this off camera. I just want to show you exactly what I'm doing. So show you on this side because it's easier for the camera. Then I'm seeing how I'm darkening up this area here and then just drawing it there. Now I don't go all the way to the front because I don't want to close my eye. So right to almost where your pupil is, stamping and then moving up. And then that's lifting up the eye, and you can kind of see it from one to the other, hopefully. When I watch this back with you, I'll see if what I'm trying to explain is coming off on camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, I also have a good fluffy brush that if there is any fallout, I literally just sweep whatever here and take it off. Then with that same pencil brush that I showed you here, I took the liner a little bit and I placed it under the first corner of my eye here to line the bottom and the top so that they match. And then you're going to see in just a sec, I'm going to take a pencil brush that's a little bit wider. I'm going to put a little bit of that darkest brown right in that corner here. Same on the other, and then I'm going to blend it so it looks seamless and you're not going to see the line that I drew to give that eye a little bit more definition. Then I'm going to take the same pencil brush with that pink shade and put it dead center on the bottom lid here. Kind of mimicking whatever I did on the top, I'm doing on my lower as well. And then I'm going to just take a large fluffy brush, which is also, I think, from SL Miss Glam. Also, these are all pencils that through the boxes I've been getting, I'm building up my wardrobe because brushes on their own are very expensive, but you are seeing deals all the time with so many brush brands right now that, like I said, I used to save up for my Sigma brushes, my MAC brushes, the IT Cosmetic brushes that I used to get when I used to buy from the shopping channel, used to help me build, taught me how important brushes are. Yeah, so that is where we're going to leave the eye look for now. I think we really did a fantastic job. I think it really came out beautiful. I think there's enough shadow. I think there's enough contouring. I think these satin shimmers on or off, I think they're absolutely beautiful. All right, so now all I'm going to do is spritz. Yeah, you just have to get over the scent. It's not a pleasant scent, but it does dissipate. And we'll let this cool down. Remember, I have my little fan if I need to move this along a little bit quicker. But what I'm gonna do, well, let me just do a little bit of that. Just give me 1 sec. It feels nice either way. Even if I didn't need it, it felt nice. All right, I'm gonna take my MCO Beauty. Don't bother with, they have a really inexpensive, mind you, you can if you want. I'm not bothering, let's put it that way. They have an advent calendar that's only $20 with little minis. If you wanna try a lot of their products, that is a good way to do it, but the minis are so small, it almost looks like if you're, you know, had a dollhouse when you were younger. It's that type of mini, but it's a good way to try the products. But like I said, I picked up and shared with you the deal when they had a lot of their products for just $4. I think it was in April or April the 4th. I'm gonna keep my eyes open for that again this time around. But I had the opportunity to try a lot of their products, very impressed. All right, so now I have that sponge that's still from my Luna Magic. I just put a little bit on here, and you're gonna see how it is going to brighten up this area here. And I started doing it after I sprayed so that it won't look so powdery. And you can see how it really brightens up one eye to the other. So that's what I saw when I was using it. So hopefully now that I'm on camera, you guys are seeing the same thing. And then I put a little bit around my nose, a little bit on my chin, and a little bit on my upper here. And then again, whatever's left over, just a powder brush. And then what I'm gonna do is just spray one more time. And then we're gonna go onto our lips. This is crazy how much is in here. I forgot I had the RMS concealer that I wanted to play with. Didn't get to that, so we're probably gonna get another Get Ready With Me from me. Also the Tarte foundation. If you guys have tried this, I haven't tried it yet. I would have even just, instead of the Lunar Beauty, I would have used this as the pressed powder. Forgot about that as well. Like I said, there's so many products here that I haven't had the opportunity to play with yet. The two that I got in the 350 section and in my glam bag from Sophie and Mabel, I want to play with those too. The Rodial drops I've already played with, so I know about those. We're going to now get into a couple of these. Just have to choose which shade I want to get to. I have a few pencils here that I wanted to use as well, so we're going to do that. Like I said, there is so much here that I want to play with and I want to try. And then we have from Jane Ireland, her mascara that I want to try. But what I want to try on camera with you guys, which I've already shared the Kosas, I'm going to use that as my eyelash primer because this also is beautiful on its own, but it really made a difference in my lashes. So if you got this or getting this, this is a game changer in reference to conditioning your lashes and also looking like a really beautiful mascara. And then one that really surprised me was one that also showed up in the glam bag. That's why I say, do not close your eyes to the glam bag from Beauty Vault. I've been enjoying that too, so I want to share that with you on camera. But this is new from Real Her. This is the one that is that dual-ended, that we don't know which shade is which shade on which side, and that's what we're going to be doing now. So I think I still have on my lips the, yeah. Give me 1 sec. I'm just going to wipe off the little bit that's still on here from that Toy Factory Fantastic Lip Moisturizer. Give me 1 sec. You don't realize that when you have a section where you normally do your makeup, everything is, you pull a drawer, you take it out, you put it back. When you film, it's a whole different way that you've got to kind of think ahead of time, which I didn't really do. I wanted to sit down here and just share with you the products that were in the box, but I didn't realize how many blushes. I have a Dibs blush also that I wanted to try. I think there's so much. and I just don't have the time. All right, so this one here, I don't know which side is darker and which one's lighter, so we're gonna just put it on the back of my hand. And that just broke off with a little bit of the tip there. So these are really, really tender. Be very careful when you're using it. Only take it out just a little bit. That's this side, and then let's see what's the other side. Okay, those are what the two sides are. So I think I'm gonna go in with the first side first that I broke off and put that in and around my lips. So what I do with my lips is, obviously, as you, again, get older, your lips lose. I always had big, big lips. So for me, the definition that I lost in the volume is a lot, but a little at the same time, because you still could see my lips. But what I like to do is cheat a little bit on the upper and a little bit on the lower to give it more of a pout. So you're gonna see me go underneath here, not too far, just right under. And then I'm gonna drag it to exactly where my real lip goes. These are gliding on really, really nicely. I'm using really, really a light hand. And then on the upper, I go above the Cupid's bow. And then bring it down, following my regular lip line. And then I color in this section here, and the same on top. And so that's what it looks like. Then I'm going to take the other side and I'm going to fill in right above it. So if you just want to use these two as lip colors, you could do that as well, or you can fill in your whole lip. So hard to see from this angle, but that's what I'm going to leave it at here. And then I'm going to pull out this beautiful shade here that has this pink and purple. I've been wearing this one. It's a beautiful, beautiful nude. I'll swatch it on the back of my hand so you guys can see. These have these gorgeous, big, large doe applicators. And this one I've been wearing all the time. I've really, really been enjoying these. And these are full size, and I got these in the 350 section. That's that one here. This is the one that is in the pink. And when I unbox, I swatch to share with you guys also, but that's the shade I think I'm going to be pulling now today. And then the other one, just because I have it out here, I'll be able to show it to you. This is this really happy color. It comes across a little clearer, but with a hint of coral. Really, really beautiful. All right, so now let's go back to that pinky one. Just going to dab in again, but this is one press of it. And as you can see, you get a lot on the top. And then because the applicator is so amazing, it pushes it exactly where it should go. Pretty, just really healthy looking, really pretty, really, really impressed. So if these show up again in the 350 section, don't close your eyes to them. These were an absolute find and an absolute steal. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do my lashes. Like I said, I've already showed you the Kosas as well as this one here. I'll do one eye and then I'll go off camera and I'll show you, I'll sit down and do my back, the second part of my back. I always do my mascara while I'm lying down. You have to figure out ways to fit everything into your day. So on this one here, I have a 10 times, I'll do it with the regular, this one here, and I'm just gonna show you how beautiful this mascara is. This is the Kosas. And what is amazing about this formula is it also has ingredients in it and peptides that really help condition your lashes. And a lot of girls have been also wearing it at night, they've been sharing, because they are seeing this amazing, amazing growth in their lashes, as well as just really, really making them feel like not brittle, which is really, really amazing. So as you know, I always like to wear lash primers to begin with. And what I've changed up since I got this product, this lip product has a bit of a tingle to it, just so you know. Okay, and that's just one coat. And if you wear this on its own, what I do is I just put a second coat, and this is what I wear as my mascara during the day. And I think it opens up my eye enough, and it gives me this really, really beautiful definition. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to close this one off. Give me one sec. I'm gonna put this on my other lashes, and then I will come back and we will do this one here. Okay, so all I've done is one coat. As you know, on this side I did on camera. Same thing with this Kosas. I did just one coat on the other. And now I'm gonna take this Beauty Vault, and I'm going to do one coat here on camera. And this has an applicator that has like a comb through. I don't know how much the camera picks up. So it looks like there. And it really grabs the lashes. I've worn this on its own, and it was beautiful on its own. And now this is the first time I'm trying it over the Kosas, so I figured I'll do it on camera with you guys. And that's what it looks like there. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go off camera, do my other eye, do my bottom lashes, and I'll come back and we'll talk about some of the other products that I wanna still test out and share with you that I got this month. One more sec. Okay, and the last thing that I'm gonna do is with Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Brow Wiz. I pulled this out because this is gonna be in our Allure box. The one that I have here is in the medium shade. See what this is here. Yeah, medium brown. I also have in my travel bag, I pulled out the soft brown. A lot of times I'll put the soft brown on the top and then I'll pull it out with the dark brown, but I chose for myself in the shade medium brown to replenish. So this here has the spoolie on one side, and all I do is I brush my brows out initially with the spoolie. I don't do a lot on my brows. I just fill in a little bit of the sparse areas. And then here you'll see, I'll just deepen up the front and then pull it through. I give myself a little bit more of a tail here and a little bit higher up there. And then I will take the spoolie end and pull it through. And that's one brow versus one with nothing. Okay, and then we'll do the same on the other side. I'll be right back. So I wanted to show you the differences between the two shades. So obviously the lighter one is the one that's called soft brown, and then the one that is closer to the lip products, that is the medium brown. And that's what I ended up using. So that's everything that I have for today's video. Like I said, we have so many products that we have to go through. I have all of these lip products that I should have used the oil instead of my regular Toy Factory. I have two Merits that I want to show you, one from my FabFitFun, one that came in PR, which is more of a glossy lip. And then I have the other Merit gloss, which I've shared with you on the channel before. And then of course, the beautiful lip color from Rare Beauty, I still want to play with as well. Like I said, we have two of the primers. I have a bunch of other blushes that I wanted to try, the bronzer and the one from Dibs. I picked up in the add-ons the one that's those gorgeous 3 shades from Beauty Creations. I have a bunch of these merits that I want to do on camera. I have my Polite Society I want to do on camera. So many more products to try. Like I said, that's just 1 month of all of the products that I got at these amazing deals through IPSY, FabFitFun, Allure, and then a couple of things that got sent over in PR as well, which I'm so grateful for that they want to send it over. Like I said, the best part of the subscription boxes is having the products at a really affordable price, or when I share with you the amazing deals that I get through Tarte, on their website when they have their deals, or Ulta Beauty, Sephora. I'm a beauty lover, so I love having the opportunity to have this channel to share with you. And I love having the opportunity, more importantly, that when I know something and when there's a deal out there, that I take the time, no matter how many videos are already up for that day, when something comes through, I want to make sure that you guys know about it too. I'm treating this like as when I used to be in an office environment and we ate at a great restaurant, or we picked up a great outfit, or we got this great deal, and you wanted to share it with everybody else in the office so that they can have access to it at the same time too. And that's what I wanted this channel to be. I wanted it to be a community where we would share with each other and have the opportunity to play and sit down and do this. And it has been an absolute pleasure having this channel, but it is a lot of work. And to sit down and do the get ready with me's and all of that, as you can see by the time on the clock, it is a lot, and I still try to pause in between. I have so much information that I always want to have the opportunity to share. And now that some brands are choosing to also send some products over as well, I want to try to sit down and share them with you on camera as well. When I started my channel over 6 years ago, I was on camera every single day, full makeup, full dress, all of that. Because I was also working. It was just a time that I had that I was going to do that anyway. So I wanted to make sure to share that with you guys. Then a lot of my face and holding up a product were becoming endorsements for people that I didn't even know who they were. So I decided to take my face off camera for a good year to do that. And now I'm ready to come back slowly to be able to share with you products so that you can see how they're working on my face. I don't want you to miss out on this component of having a channel. And a lot of you have shared with me that you've learned a lot of my tricks and of how I put my makeup on, and you're enjoying that because I'm not a makeup artist. And I appreciate you so much sharing those comments down below, because I play with it for me. It makes me feel good. I feel like me without makeup is one person and me with makeup is another. And that's just my own confidence that I get by playing with makeup. I also enjoy seeing the creativity come out of me, and I do it through my makeup as well, and my clothing and so on and so forth. So thank you so much to everybody that has been part of the growth of this channel. Thank you to everybody that has taken the time to share in the comments, which I always do my best to respond to everybody, because it's like you're speaking directly to me, which you are. I want to make sure that you know that I'm listening and I'm sharing my information back with you as well. So thank you to everybody that also, if you enjoy this type of content, that hype button is this new feature. So if you have it and you want to use it, thumbs up is important as well, and that everybody has access to. So I thank you to doing that. So if you enjoy content that is really a girlfriend sharing with other girlfriends, the products that we get to enjoy, learning a little bit more about the brands and the products, always sharing about the deals and those spoilers that I'm able to source, getting harder and harder, but it's something that I was doing for myself, and I wanted to do it on camera with you guys as well. And that's how this channel has grown. So I appreciate everybody that has really been with me from the start, and then during COVID even more, and then stayed with me even after all of that, where all of our days got a lot busier, and still you come back and you want to share with me here and spend time with me here. So thank you to everybody who takes any time out of their day that they choose to spend it with me. Make sure to share in the comments if you've tried any of these products and what your thoughts are on them as well. But at the end of the day, I think we ended up with a beautiful look, and I'm excited to go out now and explore my day. And that's it for this video, guys. So everybody continue to stay safe and well. Look forward to seeing you in the comments. And that's it for this video. So take care, everybody. Stay safe and well, and I'll see you all soon again in the next one. Bye for now.